Once Upon a Time in the West didn't just make history, it rewrote the rules. The cast pushed to the breaking point. The director fought the studio every single day, and the stories behind the camera are wilder than anything on screen. These are 20 weird facts about Once Upon a Time in the West. And the bonus fact? Let's just say even the studio couldn't believe what happened. Lock and load. This one gets brutal fast. Fact 1. The casting gamble of Charles Bronson. Sergio Leone doesn't want a typical leading man. He wants Charles Bronson, a rugged actor whose face is as weathered as the landscapes Leone loves to film. Initially, Bronson turns down the role of harmonica, dismissing the script as too obscure. But Leone, captivated by Bronson's stoic presence, refuses to relent. He sees something in Bronson that others don't, a silent intensity that can speak volumes without uttering a word. After a persistent campaign, Leone finally convinces Bronson to join the film. This casting choice becomes pivotal, as Bronson's portrayal of the mysterious harmonica-playing gunslinger adds an unparalleled aura of mystique and gravitas to the film, shaping its legacy as a masterpiece of the Western genre.
Hey, look in that gym, they take...
Fact 2. Ennio Morricone's musical magic. Ennio Morricone doesn't compose music to accompany the film. He composes music that becomes its heartbeat. Before filming even begins, Morricone writes the score, crafting haunting melodies that encapsulate the essence of each character. Leone plays these compositions on set, allowing the actors to immerse themselves fully in their roles. This unconventional method transforms the film's atmosphere, creating an emotional resonance that elevates each scene to near mythical status. Morricone's score becomes a character in its own right, its mournful harmonica and orchestral swells embedding themselves deep into the fabric of cinematic history.
You like being alive.
Fact 3. The unlikely heroine, Claudia Cardinale. Claudia Cardinale doesn't just play a role, she redefines it. Selected by Leone to portray Jill McBain, a character uncharacteristically central for a Western, Cardinale brings a fierce independence and subtle vulnerability to the screen. Her character's journey from a New Orleans prostitute to a resilient pioneer woman is groundbreaking. However, the production is fraught with tension, as Cardinale struggles with the language barrier and the rigorous demands of the role. Yet her performance becomes iconic, challenging the traditional depictions of women in Westerns and establishing Jill McBain as a symbol of strength and survival against insurmountable odds. Fact 4. The Duel of Giants, Leone versus Paramount. Sergio Leone doesn't want to compromise. He wants creative control. But Paramount Pictures has other plans, pressuring Leone to trim his sprawling epic to fit a more conventional runtime. A battle of wills ensues, with Leone fiercely defending his vision of a film that unfolds like an operatic symphony. The studio prevails in the US, cutting nearly 30 minutes from the film. The result is a disjointed version that confounds audiences and critics alike. However, Leone's uncut version is released in Europe, where it's hailed as a masterpiece, proving that sometimes artistic integrity is worth the fight.
Another bastard. And he's getting further away every minute.
Fact 5. Henry Fonda's dark transformation. Henry Fonda doesn't want to be the hero, he wants to be the villain. Known for his roles as the quintessential good guy, Fonda surprises everyone by accepting the part of Frank, a ruthless killer. To embody this character, Fonda dons brown contact lenses to mask his famously blue eyes, adding an unsettling layer to his performance. The transformation is shocking. Fonda's chilling portrayal of pure evil is a stark departure from his previous roles. This bold casting decision not only reinvents Fonda's career, but also challenges audiences' perceptions, leaving an indelible mark on the film's legacy. Fact 6. A dust storm's unplanned drama. Nature doesn't care about schedules, it has its own plans. Midway through filming, a massive dust storm engulfs the set, turning day into a gritty, suffocating night. The crew scrambles to protect the equipment, but Leone seizes the moment. Embracing the chaos, he captures footage that adds a visceral authenticity to the film. This unplanned natural spectacle enhances the harsh, unforgiving environment that defines the Western landscape, lending an unexpected texture to the film's visual narrative. Sometimes, the best shots are the ones you don't plan for. Fact 7. The iconic opening sequence. Silence doesn't just fill the room, it builds tension. The film opens with a nearly wordless 10-minute sequence where 3 hired guns wait at a deserted train station. Leone meticulously crafts this scene, using ambient sounds, a creaking windmill, buzzing flies, and dripping water, to create an atmosphere of impending doom. The actors, clad in dust and sweat, communicate through subtle gestures and glances. This sequence, a masterclass in visual storytelling, sets the tone for the film, demonstrating Leone's genius in transforming silence into suspense and making the mundane feel monumental. Fact 8. The epic journey of the script. The script doesn't start as a masterpiece, it evolves into one. Initially penned by Bernardo Bertolucci and Dario Argento, the screenplay undergoes significant rewrites with Leone's input. The collaboration is intense as they weave together a narrative rich with themes of revenge, greed, and redemption. Each draft adds depth and complexity, reflecting Leone's vision of an epic that transcends the Western genre. The process is grueling, but the result is a screenplay that serves as the backbone of one of cinema's most revered films, proving that great art often emerges from relentless refinement. Fact 9. The unseen legacy of Almeria. Almeria doesn't just provide a backdrop, it becomes a character. The arid landscapes of Spain's Almeria region stand in for the American West, their stark beauty captured in sweeping panoramas. This choice is both practical and poetic, offering a cost-effective alternative to shooting in the U.S. while enhancing the film's mythic quality. The barren terrain, with its vast expanses and rugged mountains, mirrors the film's themes of isolation and survival. Almeria's landscapes, immortalized by Leone's lens, become synonymous with the Western genre, their legacy enduring long after the final frame. Fact 10. Jason Robards' redemption arc. Jason Robards doesn't just play Cheyenne, he becomes him. Despite a reputation marred by alcohol and legal troubles, Robards steps into the role of the bandit with unexpected depth. His personal struggles mirror Cheyenne's redemption arc, infusing the character with authenticity and complexity. Robards' performance is a revelation, blending charm and pathos in equal measure. Through Cheyenne, Robards finds his own path to redemption, his nuanced portrayal earning critical acclaim and redefining his career. In the end, the actor and the character share a journey of transformation, leaving an indelible impact on audiences.
I swear.
Fact 11. The hidden tribute to John Ford. Leone doesn't just admire John Ford, he pays homage to him. In a subtle nod to the legendary director, Leone includes a scene where Jill McBain arrives in a dusty, bustling town, reminiscent of Ford's iconic westerns. The framing, the composition, even the light evokes Ford's signature style. This tribute is not just a tip of the hat to a master, but a declaration of Leone's own place within the pantheon of great filmmakers. By acknowledging his influences, Leone cements his role as a visionary who both respects tradition and dares to reinvent it. Fact 12. A battle over the film's title. Titles don't just label films, they set expectations. Once Upon a Time in the West is not Leone's first choice. Originally, he envisions the film as part of a trilogy with a title that reflects its epic scope. However, the studio pushes for a name that will resonate with American audiences. After much debate, Leone agrees to the current title, which echoes fairy tale beginnings while hinting at the mythic narrative within. The compromise proves fortuitous, as the title encapsulates the film's blend of legend and reality, inviting audiences into a world where the West is both a place and an
Your
idea.
friends have a high mortality rate.
Fact 13. The ghost of the American dream. The American dream doesn't just inspire hope, it casts shadows. Leone explores this duality through the character of Morton, a railroad tycoon whose pursuit of progress leaves destruction in its wake. Morton's relentless drive reflects the darker side of ambition, where dreams of prosperity lead to moral decay. This theme resonates throughout the film, challenging the romanticized vision of the West and presenting a more nuanced narrative. By juxtaposing progress with its cost, Leone invites viewers to reflect on the true price of the American dream, a question that lingers long after the credits roll.
So this here's where I...
Fact 14. The ingenious use of cinematic silence. Silence doesn't just fill the gaps, it shapes the story. Leone masterfully employs silence as a narrative tool, using it to build tension and amplify emotion. In the film's most gripping moments, silence speaks louder than words, allowing the audience to feel the weight of anticipation and the gravity of each decision. This deliberate choice challenges traditional storytelling, where dialogue often drives the plot. Instead, Leone crafts a cinematic language where pauses and stillness convey meaning, transforming silence into a powerful force that heightens the film's dramatic impact. Fact 15. The cinematic resurrection of the Old West. The Old West doesn't just fade away, it gets resurrected. Through meticulous set design and costume work, Leone breathes life into a bygone era, recreating the West with an attention to detail that borders on obsession. From weathered wooden structures to dust-laden clothing, every element is crafted to evoke authenticity and immerse viewers in the 19th century frontier. This dedication to realism not only enhances the film's visual allure, but also underscores its thematic exploration of a land caught between myth and reality. Leone's West is a place where history and legend collide, creating a timeless cinematic experience. Fact 16. The unexpected influence of opera. Opera doesn't just inspire music, it shapes the film's soul. Leone, a fervent opera enthusiast, infuses the film with operatic elements, from its grandiose score to its larger-than-life characters. This influence is evident in the film's structure, which unfolds like a dramatic opera in 3 acts, each with its own emotional crescendo. The operatic style elevates the narrative, transforming a Western tale into a sweeping epic of love, betrayal, and vengeance. By blending the grandeur of opera with the grit of the West, Leone creates a film that transcends genre boundaries, resonating with audiences on a profound, emotional level. Fact 17. The unyielding vision of Sergio Leone. Leone doesn't just direct a film, he crafts a vision. Known for his meticulous attention to detail, Leone's approach to filmmaking is both demanding and visionary. He painstakingly oversees every aspect of production, from the script to the score, ensuring his vision is realized with precision. This unwavering dedication often leads to clashes with producers and crew, but Leone remains steadfast, driven by a relentless pursuit of perfection. His commitment yields a film that is not only a visual and auditory masterpiece, but also a testament to the power of a singular artistic vision, one that continues to inspire filmmakers around the world.
Well, no woman ever died from that.
Fact 18. The hidden layers of harmonica's theme. Music doesn't just accompany scenes, it reveals secrets. Morricone's theme for harmonica, characterized by its haunting, repetitive melody, carries hidden layers of meaning. Each note echoes the character's past, a musical embodiment of his quest for revenge. As the film unfolds, the theme evolves, mirroring harmonica's journey from vengeance to redemption. This musical motif becomes a narrative thread, guiding audiences through the character's inner turmoil and ultimate transformation. By embedding meaning within the music, Morricone and Leone create a symbiotic relationship between sound and story, enriching the film's emotional depth and leaving a lasting impression on its audience.
I swear, I don't.
Fact 19. The cultural rebirth of the Western. The Western doesn't just survive, it is reborn. Once Upon a Time in the West emerges at a time when the genre is waning, its familiar tropes worn thin by repetition. Leone reinvents the Western, infusing it with a European sensibility and a narrative complexity that challenges traditional conventions. His film becomes a cultural phenomenon, revitalizing interest in the genre and inspiring a new generation of filmmakers. By blending mythic storytelling with gritty realism, Leone breathes new life into the Western, proving that even the most familiar stories can be reimagined and resonate anew with audiences around the world. Fact 20. The surprise success in Europe. Success doesn't just come from home, it finds its place abroad. While the film struggles initially in the United States due to its edited version, it finds immense success in Europe, where audiences embrace its full-length vision. The film's complex characters, sweeping score, and epic narrative resonate deeply with European viewers, who appreciate Leone's unique storytelling style. This transatlantic success not only cements the film's status as a classic, but also highlights the universal appeal of its themes. The film's European triumph serves as a testament to the power of artistic integrity and the enduring allure of a story well told.
Which deal?
If this deep dive into one of cinema's most legendary films left you thinking, go ahead and like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which fact shocked you the most. Thanks for watching. And remember, the best stories are the ones they didn't want you to know.